Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Wahara, Hakodash, the honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who bear the shame of looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ or Jesus Christos or Yeshua, Yeshaya, Yahweh. And pretty much just a quick lesson in the spirit, you know what I'm saying? If there's any more precepts that come out and stuff, it's just going to be some more how the spirit likes it, you know. And I'm going to get right into it, you know, because our people are wicked, man. Family members wicked, lovers of this world is wicked. They don't want to come back. They don't want to repent. You know, you got straddlers of the fence. You know what I'm saying? You got those Matthew 6 and 24s. You know, everything's out of course, like it says in Psalms 82 and 5. You got people that just can't wait to get underneath your skin or to do something to you and stuff. You know, and a lot of the jakes that's in this truth, man. Hey, we have a reason to hate 2/3 of our people. Nobody doing anything to them. We're giving them warning, letting them know, giving the heads up, showing true love, but yet they can't wait to do something to the men of the Lord. They hope that we ain't. A lot of them hope that we ain't men of the Lord, so they could feel like it's okay what they done to us. You know, but you still touch the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And this is Jeremiah 15 and 1. It says, Then said Yahweh unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. You know how many times Moses had to remind the Lord about his own word just so he wouldn't strike Israel off the face of the earth? It tell you that in Genesis, how in Genesis 6 and 5. This is Genesis 6 and 5. It says, and this was all the way back in the time of Noah. It says, and Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. A lot of our people, the scripture says that they shall wax, the love of many shall wax cold, and it's happening. You know, women burning their bridges, men burning their bridges. You know, they feel themselves to be in good case and stuff because the Lord is giving them over into their wickedness. You know, and they really think that the Lord dealing with them, man. And they not. The women are mad and stuff just because they can't have equal rights according to the scriptures. That's why they already made a woman's Bible, man. The King James version 1611. That's the woman's Bible, not the actual woman's Bible they actually created and stuff. They send you off, man. But you all love that wickedness, man. You know, and like it says in Isaiah 30 and 1, this place is gonna be your shame. We telling you that this Edomite is not your friend and stuff. But it's like, since I can get over the man right now and stuff, I'm cool. Just you watch, man. Just you watch. You women are in for a rude awakening. You women in positions of power, you know, y'all in for a rude awakening, man. And y'all don't see shit because you're carnal. Lord ain't give you the mind to be spiritual. He gave you a carnal mind frame, man. And you all can't see it. And the day is coming when you will see it, man. It says, I read again, Genesis 6 and 5. It says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. It says that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And that's 2/3 of our people. They don't want to come back to the Lord. They don't care about the Lord. You know, they be so quick to mess somebody over and stuff. Like the scripture says in Psalms, they swift to do mischief, man. They swift to do trouble and stuff, man. You know, everybody's for themselves in this place, man. And the Lord gonna show you who you should have been for in that time, man. You know, verse 6 it says, and it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. So how much more you women? You women out of weaker vessel. Look at the stuff y'all do. Y'all rather take down your own nation and be with somebody who still will have a perpetual hatred against you because you're still an Israelite, man. You got men that just can't wait, you know what I'm saying, to speak this and speak that into another woman's ears and stuff, just to give them a turn on them. Here it is, you got men of the Lord that ain't doing nothing to y'all but giving y'all a reproof from the Lord, and y'all want to come against us. We got proof of not doing anything to you people, man. But the Lord got a lot of things that you're doing on to us. And the Lord gonna get you people, man. It says, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth. And you seeing that, man. Every time you look on the news, World Star Hip Hop, you know, Judgment TV, it's always happening. And yet our people still blind. They can't see it, man. You know? Like how the Lord had called Moab thou wretch, man. Just imagine if he calling the heathen that and stuff, how much more 2/3 of Israel, like it says in Jeremiah 5:28, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. You put salt on wickedness, man. You people that like to sneak around behind people's backs and stuff and mess them over and stuff. Hey, the Lord doing the same to you. What you sow is what you will reap. A lot of people out there is like, he mad. It's like you don't want that man that you've been making mad all this time and stuff. You don't want him to be part of the elect. You all don't care for it anyways. It's a joke to you. But when it comes down to it and stuff, that man's gonna have that righteous anger of the Lord, man. When the day comes, when he come back, when Yahweh Shai come back, the one you all ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. When the second come in, his appearing, like it says in Revelations 1:7, that every eye shall see him. When he comes and he crowned the elect and stuff, you know, hey, guess what's gonna happen, man? A lot of y'all that came up against the men of the Lord, you ain't gonna think they men of the Lord. You ain't gonna think that at all. You gonna defame them, their lifestyles, how they live, different things that they like and stuff, you know. You're gonna defame them and be like, this can't be him. He couldn't be one of those guys. And guess what? They did Yahweh Shai like that. And guess who did it? It was, even though it was the Romans that pierced him, Edomites that pierced Yahweh Shai, who wanted to see him convicted? His own people, man. And they was shitty, man. They was real shitty. They was mad because when he had told them the truth, and after he died and everything happened, then it was like, oh snaps. People till this day would think that it's like, oh, if the Lord was around, he wouldn't let you know. He wouldn't let you know. It says, and the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth. It says, both man and beast. It says, in the creeping thing and the fowl of the air, for it repented me that I had made them. And the Lord doing that right now. He beaching whales, beaching dolphins, you know, fish laying sideways on top of the water and stuff, and they stink. People can't collect them and catch them and stuff. You get cows just falling over to the side and stuff, and nobody knows what's going on. You got videos of deers scratching their antlers off. You know what I'm saying? Roadkill all over the place and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you get just dead animals laying everywhere, man. The Lord, the bees are going away. You know, and bees are also used not just to make honey and stuff, but also to scatter pollen around. You know what I'm saying? So the flowers can grow, man. You know, going back to Jeremiah 15:1, it says, "Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, these righteous men, they always had somebody coming up against them, you know. It says, yet my mind could not be towards this people, man. It says, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? It says, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death." And this is how Jeremiah was feeling, man, because here it is. He's over here trying to warn his people that, hey, you better get right before the Lord start jacking you up. And they took him for a joke. They took him for a joke, man. They took him for a joke, you know. They cast him into the pit, man, because they didn't want to hear what he had to say, man. Guess what? You same spirits that did that to him, y'all here today. You know? The same ones that killed Stephen, y'all here today. And then you also have a thing that's called guilty by association. You don't have to be the actual act, but if you agree with it and you on the same fellowship with it and stuff, hey, guess what? You going down as well. It says, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? It says, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for the death to death, and such as are for to the sword. And people getting shot over chicken sandwiches. You know, people getting shot over fucking chicken sandwiches, man. Being held at gunpoint for sandwiches. For stupid reasons and stuff, man. You know, it says, and such as are for the famine, that's coming, man. That's coming. You know, a lot of these people, man, they think they're gonna be good in them days. They really think they're gonna be good in them days, and they're not, man. Because what our people don't understand, they think themselves in good case, like it says in 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, I think the 18th verse, because the visuals are cheap. Just because things affordable and a little bit affordable right now and stuff, they think they cool. Probably got a deep freezer and stuff full of meat and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna be dealing good, you know. Going into a recession and stuff, and they're gonna think that they're gonna be in good case. It's like when the comedy come back and stuff, I got all this and I got all that and stuff, and everything's gonna be all right. It's like, no, it's not, man. You know, the Lord put us out there, put the men of the Lord out there and stuff to tell you what was finna come, man. You know, because a lot of people's Bibles was just collecting dust until we came on the scene. You know. It says, and it's finna be hard. Meaning cannibalism's finna come, man. You got pigeons that's eating the remains of roadkill of the same kind, man. You know. So if the animals can go through it, people gonna go through it as well. It says, and such as are for captivity to captivity. And a lot of you people that's working with Esau and stuff, you know, you're turning into agents, or you're already an agent and stuff, or you working alongside and stuff, so you could be a secret operative amongst people that's in your family and all that stuff, because they believe in the truth. Hey, these people gonna turn on you, man, because you still gotta understand, according to Ezekiel 35:5, they got a perpetual hatred against Israel. Not just the men, Israel, period, which means women as well. How many movies have you seen where they what it is? It's like it says this is Psalms 55 and 21. It says the words. It says the words. Verse 20. It says, verse 20, it says, He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. You know what I'm saying? The man of the Lord ain't doing nothing to nobody's life. We ain't messing you up financially. We ain't trying to make it where you can't eat. We ain't trying to defame your name. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to do none of those things and stuff. But yet, this is what's happening on to the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it's not just happening with not just with Esau and the heathens. It's also happening when it comes down to our own people, man. You know, because if it says in Jeremiah 5 and 28 that they overpass the deeds of the wicked, then that means that they putting salt on wickedness, because Israel is the salt of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So they making it even more wicked than what it is. You know, they putting talent in wickedness. You know. So it says, He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. You know what I'm saying? And what did what happened when it came down to Cain? Cain was envious and he killed his brother. You know, just because just because it's like, you know, he ain't getting gunned down or whoop the wound and stuff, because hey, when it came down to the people saying crucify him and stuff, they wanted the soldiers to do it and stuff, man. You know, with the wicked Pharisees and Sadducees and stuff, they was trying to come up with all different ways and stuff just to get Yahushua killed with, you know. And it's the same way with our brethren. And them with Pharisees and Sadducees and stuff. They was Israelites, man. You know, who was in the know. And it says, and then how much more for those who don't even give a fuck. It says, verse 21, it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So it says his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So you really think that these heathens, you really think that Esau, Edom and stuff is really helping out you women and stuff in the long run? You know, those women who be down and stuff, and then next you know they just getting used for the time being, getting that sweet stuff being told to their ear and stuff, when they getting a couple of gifts and it's lighting their heads up and stuff, like he for me. You know what I'm saying? And then when you finally take down the real objective or the real person that they was actually wanting to take down, but they just used you just to get to him, like how the serpent did Eve when it came down to Adam. If that's the case and stuff, what ended up happening afterwards? Did the serpent come to Eve's aid and was like, oh no, I'm the one who did this? You know, don't blame her. Take me instead. No, he ain't do that. He sit back. You know what I'm saying? You know, and when that downfall had came, and stuff, the serpent was nowhere to be found. You know? He ain't come to nobody's aid and stuff. Why? Because he wanted to get to the man. And Esau is doing the same way, because that same mentality is in Esau today. He will use you women, man. You know? He'll make it where he give you all these different gifts, knowing he gonna cut you off in the end as soon as you do what he told you to do and stuff. And then next thing you know, your bridge is burned. Now you don't got nobody to turn to. You know what I'm saying? And it goes the same way for the men. You know? It goes the same way for the men. You know? A man will do anything just to get some clout. It's going back to Jeremiah 15 and 3. It says, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord. The sword to slay. And what's the modern day sword? Guns. You know, these Israeli and Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Suffix ish means to be like or pertaining to, but not of, meaning they're pretenders. The ones that's trying to claim that they Israel, who don't even call themselves Israelites, but they say that they the chosen people of God and stuff. Guess what they doing? They arming themselves up. They got guns and stuff, man. You know, and who they want to use it on? Jake. It's like, oh, it's like them guys, you know, who do assassinations and stuff. They be with the bowler hat and they hold the hat over their stomach and stuff, and it's a whole pistol right there, and they just shoot you down while they trying to shake your hand. That's what these Edomites are doing to you, Jakes, man. That you want to be in league with and whatnot, you know, because guess what? You're an Israelite too, so you still on the list of being an enemy, man. You know, whether they control you or not. That's why you got the Project Megiddo. That's why you got the King Alpha plan. That's why you got the Rex 84 and stuff. You know, because they want to take out all of Israel, man, because that hatred has never went nowhere and stuff. But yeah, you want to befriend your enemy. You know, you know. It says. It says in the dogs to tear. A lot of these people that got dogs and stuff. Hey, you ain't finna have enough food and stuff to keep them to stay dominant over them. You know. So then what? They gonna start biting back. They gonna get agitated and stuff. And they'll come against you. Once a dog goes back to his animal instincts, you know, regular instincts or wild instincts, wild dogs and stuff. For one, they roll around in packs no matter what type of dog it is and stuff. And then on top of that, they will eat raw meat, man. You know, because look at Jezebel, a female who was using men, you know, manipulating men and whatnot and stuff. Her judgment was that she got ate by dogs, man. You know, and a lot of our women's in that same spirit, and they don't think this things is gonna happen to them just because you got a man now, or you got a boyfriend or stuff, or you using this guy and using that guy and stuff, and you got his head bigged up. Hey, for the fact that you using that guy and stuff to the according to how you using them and stuff, you actually trying to commit some sort of authority over that man, you know. And guess what's happening? You're actually building up you burning your bridge. You burning your bridge, not just between between you and the Lord. You know, because a lot of you women are out of order, man. You know, and it don't have to just be your wife. It could be your mother. It could be your auntie. It could be your cousin. It could be your niece. It could be your daughter-in-law, stepdaughter, whatever. It could be stepmother, stepsister. You know, it could be all that, man. Why? Because they have hatred towards the man, and you could tell that when it come down to the feminist movement. You know, it says in the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. You got down there what El Dorado. You got 5 mountain lions, and for the experts and stuff, they over there saying how mountain lions don't usually roll around in packs of 5. They usually do 3 and stuff, and they was territorial. And you got one that was bigger than all the rest of them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's that. Is it second address 5 and 8? It says there shall be a confusion also in many places, you know, because a lot of our people are proud. They think they ain't gonna get touched. You know what I'm saying? Whatever plot that they have on somebody else and stuff, they think it's not gonna come to an end. You know, it says in the fire shall be often sent out again. It says in the wild beasts shall change their places, and that's what's going on. You know, you got animals that where how the Lord is dropping the different foods that they will probably eat and stuff, you know, and causing them to move closer to the cities, because it ain't just mountain lions. You know what I'm saying? You got coyotes, you know, you got foxes, you know, bobcats, you know. And these animals, if they get desperate enough, they'll go outside their means. Instead of what they usually would eat and stuff, they'll go outside their means and eat that, man. You know? And what's going to be the closest thing and stuff before they start eating their own kind? Humans. People. And these are spirits of vengeance, man, that the Lord is storing up for the wicked of our people, man. It says, "And mistress women shall bring forth monsters." You got kids out here that strap up with Tech Nines. They show it off on Facebook and all that, whatever and stuff. All these different social medias and stuff. And these kids nowadays and stuff, they'll kill you over some shoes. Not even just some shoes, chicken sandwiches. And it's not because they can't afford it and stuff. It's because it was the last one. You know? So if somebody resisted and stuff, they would have blown somebody's head off for a sandwich. You know? So the Lord ain't playing, man. He ain't playing with these people, man. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance." It says, "which in their fury lay on sore strokes." It says, "In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." It says, "Fire and hail and famine and death." You know what I'm saying? These different fires is going out there in California and stuff. If you look up all the fires that happened within 2017 through 2018 and stuff, America is on fire, man. You know, and from that range and stuff, how they show it and stuff. Hey, them some big fires that's like taking over big parts of the land and stuff very frequently too. And it says hail, the movie Day After Tomorrow and stuff. Geostorm and stuff. Golf ball size hailstones and stuff. Hitting people in their heads and busting windshields and stuff. And you got an umbrella and it's going through it. You know. You stand underneath an awning and whatnot and stuff, and them golf ball hailstones are coming straight through. It says in famine, and it's coming, man. It's spreading around like a virus, man. You got Venezuela down in South America and stuff. How they got to eat rotten meat because they can't afford fresh meat, man. How their economy had went down. You know what I'm saying? How there's not really many jobs happening, and that's what you see when it come down to America, because they make it seem like everything is all good and stuff, so civil unrest won't happen, but really it's already happening. It's happening already. The Bible speaks of it and stuff. And things are written aforetime was written for our learning, according to Romans 15:4, and this is what's going on. This is what's going on. It says in death. So it's going to be massive death, because fire calls death, hail calls death, famine calls death, guns call death, causes death when it comes down to martial law. You know what I'm saying? You really think that these militants and stuff is going to be like, I need to keep my order and whatnot? No, they going to be having fun in this time, man. They show you that in movies, man. Police brutality is finna come back, You got racism and stuff that never died and stuff, was just hidden for a little while and stuff, and these Edomites and stuff, they buying these guns up. It was more Edomites that bought up guns and ammunition than Jakes, man. Why you think a lot of them get certain positions to be in the military, to be a police officer and all that stuff, so they can let loose their lust of killing Jake, man. Why, if it's on camera or off camera, man? It says all these were created for vengeance. It says teeth of wild beasts. There you go. You had an alligator climb Air Force gate. You know what I'm saying? Now, when's the last time you you'll ever think that an alligator would climb over some shit just to see what's going on. That was spirit of vengeance, man. You know, uh, 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 you got black bears and stuff. Snooping in people's garbages and stuff. And guess what? They will eat you raw. They'll eat you raw, man. You know, it says, and scorpions and serpents, and these flash floods and these mudslides and these different calamities that's happening when it comes down to the weather. Hey, guess what? The those uh, those different pythons, different snakes and stuff, and poisonous snakes and stuff that's being washed up into areas that they usually wouldn't be in. Hey, it's for destruction, man. You know, when people really get hungry and stuff, or the Lord gives that extra supernatural strength and stuff to these animals to break out of these zoos. You know what I'm saying? Or when these people come in and stuff and they breaking down that glass just to get to certain animals and stuff, and they use it for a chance of escape and stuff. You had a video where you had a leopard down there in India and stuff, and it was just going around mauling people. It wasn't trying to eat them. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it was scared. Because he was chasing after people. People was running away, and it was chasing after them, man. You know, people on the rooftops of buildings and stuff, and the leopard is trying to figure out how it's gonna climb up the wall. You know what I'm saying? Just to get to the people. That's spirits of vengeance, man. Not a lot of people won't be in league with the beast of the field, man. And it says, in a sword punishing the wicked to destruction. Because guess what? It's going to be a lot of people out here. They're going to be ready to kill and steal, man. Yeah, you thought that was your homeboy. You thought that was your homegirl until tribulation comes. And that's what it says in 2 Ezra 15. It says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. It says, when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You know what I'm saying? So when the Lord put in the action, it's like, yeah, this lion or these couple of lions that I brought into this trailer park, you know what I'm saying? Or these these squirrels and these rats, I'm gonna have them team up together and stuff, and burrow down highly populated areas and stuff. Bring the raccoons and stuff. Well, it's a movie where the animals was going against the humans, man. Open season. But how the animals banded together and stuff just to take down that poacher and stuff. They gonna be taking down people just to eat. Because squirrels can't find no more acorns and peanuts and walnuts and different nuts and stuff to store up and eat. So they gonna be using them big teeth to chew away at somebody, man. It says, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15, starting at verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction, to the world. People that's in the mind frame of the society and stuff, because it's built upon wicked vibrations and stuff by the wicked. It says, verse 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. There go those race wars. It says, and swords in their hands, And what's going to be the modern day sword? A gun, or it could be a bat, you know what I'm saying? Different zombie movies and stuff, what they got the bats with the barbed wire around it, scissors, whatever, a hammer, fork, knife, screwdriver, machete. It was on the news. The guy was going around slashing people down with a machete because when they showed the picture of the blade, the machete had blood on it. Yeah, and these militants and stuff, they're going to be part of the spiritual vengeance and stuff too, because they spirits as well. Verse 16, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men," and meaning rebellion, man. And they're gonna come up against the government. The government gonna start spraying them down. The people that you put your trust in and stuff, they gonna shoot you down. You know that movie with the dude from Hustling and Flow and stuff. How he was coming. It's like, man, you touch my girl, leave her alone and stuff. And it's like, I'll put a cap in your ass if you touch me, because I'm the police. It says in evading one another. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So the people are going to come up against the government. You got the yellow jackets or yellow coats, whatever they call themselves. You got these different uproars and whatnot that's going on all across the country. You know, you got, when you look at the police and stuff, they actually militarize and stuff just in case civil unrest does break out. You know what I'm saying? It's already in the United States. You know, state of emergency and stuff, man. They get like what happened in Alabama, Montgomery, all those years back when MLK was trying to bring people together and stuff. Uh, how you had the police brutality and stuff. You see it right now. It'd be like uh, 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 at least 5, 6 people trying to take down one person. You know, thirsty to try to tase him, thirsty try to try to get him, put him down real quick. You know, that's because they hate us, man. They don't love you, Jakes, man. No matter how nice you are to them, they don't love Jake. It says in the course of their action shall stand. It says they shall not regard their kings nor princes. You had in Los Margaritas, you had you had some Israelites, some Mexicans, and they pretty much tied they mayor, you know what I'm saying, by the legs and stuff to the end of a pickup truck and just drove off and let his body drag, man. You know, while his flesh is just ripping from the different stones and probably glass, all over the place and stuff, or just from the friction, and they was just they didn't care, and that was their mayor. That was their mayor, you know. And then with people, with America trying to be about these gun laws and stuff, people are declaring the amendment that's within the Constitution and stuff, and these people ain't ready to go down. And that movie it's called Bushwick, which Esau he hid on purpose and stuff because he didn't really want Jake to know. Pretty much in Bushwick, you had a military guy who came in through the window. He thought he was finna get it in with the old girl and stuff, but Batista slammed him and broke his nose. And he forced him to tell him what was going on and stuff. And it's like their whole mission was to pick up guns and stuff, but they didn't expect for people to retaliate so much and stuff. Why these people coming in, why you got these militants and stuff fully armored, you know what I'm saying, with AR-15s and stuff. What you talking about? You already knew that and stuff. So it was already a planned slaughter from the beginning, man. You know. It says it says it says in the course of their action shall stand in their power and stuff. And you got veterans, you know what I'm saying, they already know what the deal is. They not going for none. Doomsday preppers and stuff, they already know. It says people who are going to be using the sword for whatever they have and stuff, because thanks to Esau, he the one who brought in these customized guns and stuff within the neighborhoods, man. Because guess what? If they didn't teach us how to build this or build that and stuff, then how did these things get here? It was because of them. So they could, and it was a setup just so they can kill off Jake, man. But when this civil unrest comes and stuff, even though we already here, but when it's at its peak, where it's just all over the place, everywhere you go, people are gonna stand up against the authorities. They gonna use what they got, And guess what? Esau got toys. He got guns where they don't have to shoot bullets in you and stuff. It just make you feel like you're going through a heart attack, man. You know. It says, verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So they gonna quarantine a lot of places, man. You know. And another thing, how it's gonna be easy for this to be done and stuff is with the EMPs, man. You know, when you can't get on the train and stuff because it's electronic. It's electronic. You know, uh, your cars don't work. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these cars are now being made to be electric. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna be able to use that. You know, you ain't gonna be able to grab no gas and stuff because the gas pump is electronic and stuff, and you can't get the gas and stuff unless you siphon it, you know. But then everybody's gonna be trying to do that, you know. You also gonna have leeches and stuff where they gonna be sitting in the background and stuff and just waiting for you to get it and stuff, and then that's when they gonna try to catch you, you know. It says for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled. The city shall be troubled. Oh yeah, Salakia. Back in verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Even those them trains and stuff where it come down to like going into like different countries and stuff, they gonna be checking them, man. You know, because I'm pretty sure those got to go over certain borders and stuff. And I think they check them just to check for stowaways, man. You know, different checkpoints and whatnot. How they do it with the little mirror at the bottom to see if you trying to bring in some fireworks from Vegas. You know, all that bullshit. Bringing their dogs around and stuff, cutting off airports and all that stuff, man. Hey, that's what they gonna do. The quarantine places set up different little checkpoints and roadblocks, which they do anyway. But they trying to get you prepped for this martial law life, man. You know. It says which also is going to bring a lot of that which is going to bring curfew. It says for because of their pride the city shall be troubled. It says and right. So what pride do? Pride make you think it's like everything all good, nothing gonna touch me. You know, ain't nobody gonna come up in her and try to do something to me. Nah, people, when this tribulation come and stuff, people gonna be worried because it's gonna smack them in the face and they're gonna be like, "What's going on?" You know, people don't believe what we talking about. They think we just a bunch of jokes and stuff because they can get some Jordans on sale. But it's like every store that you're going to and stuff is on sale though. You know, everything must go, and there ain't nobody looking at that. They just looking at it as a sale. You know. Which means that there's a lot of jobs, you know. You got a lot of jobs that's finna go, man. You know, it says, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, because they gonna be shooting up houses. You know, like in First Maccabees, the first chapter, man. You know. How they because a lot of people won't be coming up against the men of the Lord. It's going to be a great insurrection against the men of the Lord and stuff, man. You know, and that Project Megiddo and stuff. It also goes into you Christians, you KKK members, you Muslims, you Muslims. You know what I'm saying? You Buddhists. You know, and different other groups and whatnot and stuff that's going to be pretty much against a new world order. That's not trying to come together as one and stuff. You know, you're targeted. You know, so for all you jakes that's out there and stuff that just don't you don't agree with us and whatnot, but you in the Christian faith, guess what? You on a list to be taken out, man. And you ain't finna have no heads because we warned you. It says the houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. It says a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor and stuff. So these people that's cool and stuff, you be grabbing cigarettes from them and shit, you know, or you be in your rotation and whatnot and stuff, and you want to have that bad boys for life relationship. Them gonna be the same ones trading on you and stuff. Cause I forget what movie it was, but it was the movie with Mike Epps and that dude from Paid in Full, the one who got shot in the head and stuff, when he was saying he didn't want to do that no more, or sell no more, or be about that life no more. That guy, in the movie, he the guy from Paid in Full, he was so worried about making all this bread and whatnot and stuff, and Mike Epps was like, man, we don't need all that much, you know. He was actually being a real friend and stuff, you know. A friend that would die to the death with you and stuff, you know. And his man's he was saying, his man's pretty much was saying that he would trade on him because he was all in his feelings and stuff. He was like, he pretty much was saying that he'll trade on him, you know what I'm saying, just for that bread. And Mike Epps looking at him like, damn, bro, like we knew each other from woo to woo. That's what's finna happen. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. It says, and spoil their goods, meaning rob them. People robbing already and stuff. But it's going to be it says, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. I mean, there ain't finna be no food in these grocery stores, you know. One of the main jobs that's being taken out are truck companies, you know. And what are trucks known for? For carrying delivering things in bulk. Things in bulk, man. Even these little corner stores and these gas stations and stuff, they carry those things in bulk. They got one for the pops and the juices. They got one for the chips, you know. They got others, you know, other truck companies and stuff, and all that is going out of business. It's going out of business. So that means that if the truck companies is going out of business, then that means that people that drive those big old freight boats and stuff with a 18-wheeler be carrying and all that stuff, man. Hey, that's finna be gone. You know, because ain't nobody trying to deal with this dollar no more. You know, that's what America don't want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to deal with this dollar no more. All these other countries is fed up with America and whatnot. And guess what? America is not self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? You know? It says, this second Esdras 6 and 24. It says at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. You know, you already got disruption and betrayal within the family, so how much more you when you a friend of the family, you know what I'm saying? When they call you cousins, but you ain't actually related, you know, and they just come in to plot on you and stuff, man, you know. Family doing it already, man. It talks about how the mother and the son and the father and the daughter and the daughter-in-law and the son-in-law and stuff, how they be going against each other and stuff. The Lord said that He come to set variance, and variance means to set asunder, man, to cut in half, to cleave, you know, because you're gonna have those that believe in the faith, and you're gonna have those who don't believe in the faith, you know. You're going to have those that's going to act like they believe in the faith, but really they don't believe in the faith. And you could tell because what they do against another somebody who actually believes in the truth within their family. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein, because you ain't gonna know who you can trust if you already done in about your family and stuff, man. You know. Cause family ain't family, believe it or not. You see it on Maury, you see it on Dr. Phil and stuff. You know, these different family gathering to bring the family back to, you know, Steve Wilkos and all the Bill Cunningham and stuff. Man, family don't give a shit about nobody but themselves, man. You know, and if everybody has this mind frame and stuff, then guess what? Who can you walk with unless they agreed with what you about, man? You know? You got people that's all they care about is using the next person and stuff for their own personal gain. The scripture says there's a friend for their belly, man. You know? Not everybody is cool. You know? It says it says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. It says, and the springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. You got when it comes down to these dams. These dams also equipped with electronic grid and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that means that when EMP or they just want to shut it off, all the piping and whatnot, where you can get water from your faucet, from your tub, shower head, none of that's gonna work. People are gonna really lean upon the little water heaters and stuff that they have in their basement and stuff just to drink water or to have a water where they can clean themselves with, man. Because not only is that going to be cut off, it's also when it comes down to the sea levels and different ponds and lakes and stuff, their water levels are actually depleting, man. You know, it's like when like pretty much it's receding like somebody's hairline. you know, this is let's see, 5 and 9. This is second Esdras 5 and 9. It says also, it says, in salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. It says, then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into its secret chamber. And the scripture says in Proverbs 22:3 that Proverbs 22:3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Men of the Lord are not going to say anything, man. Like the brother Mariella always say, from I think it's GMS Chicago 27. Pretty much when the Lord, cuts it off, when we ain't on them streets no more and stuff, that's a wrap. Because your chance of getting in and stuff is going to be scarce because everybody that you're around might be an enemy, man. And that's pretty much when everything is just going to be done with. That's pretty much when everything's going to be done with and stuff, because the scriptures do talk about famine of the word, which I believe is Amos 8:11. And now just to wrap it up, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65. Actually, I'm gonna go up. So Deuteronomy 28 and '56. It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward the son, and toward her daughter. It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. The elder Malcolm, he had pulled up an article or shared an article where you had this woman, she had smothered, she was singing to her children while she was suffocating them, and these were babies. She for a mother to do that and stuff, it just shows that she bared hatred to her own children. And you got a lot of women that's like that and stuff, of all ages of their children. It says, it says, and toward her children which she shall bear, it says, for she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. And it was another woman for article, you know what I'm saying, She was taking fetuses out of her. She went to the doctor and whatnot, but she was taking fetuses and she had them in a plastic bag where it was air dried, like how they took all the air out of it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And she had a list of fetuses. It looked like a pack of condoms. You know what I'm saying? But it was fetuses of babies that she aborted. You know? And even give a chance for the baby to have no life and whatnot and stuff. And it was more than 7 of these things, man. 7 fetuses? Are you kidding me, man? 7 fetuses and stuff? That's hatred, man. That's fucking hatred, man. That's evil, man. I'm gonna skip down because it's gonna be hard. Everything's gonna get cut off. You know what I'm saying? But only the men of the Lord and stuff are gonna be protected, man. You know, they're the only ones that's gonna get saved. Well, the elect, Salakia, which 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, each of the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, and the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are Israelites who believe, no matter how they look, who repent. It says, verse 65. It says, and among these nations shalt thou find no ease. It says, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Because as bad as that is going to be and stuff, man, it's going to be scary, man. It's going to be times where you're going to think that you're forsaken and stuff, and you actually not. Hey, Yahweh Shai thought he was forsaken. He was on the cross. You know what I'm saying? He called up to the Lord and stuff. Why thou forsakest me, man? But did the Lord forsake him? No. Did he have to die? Yes. But did the Lord forsake him? No, he didn't. Did the Lord forsake Eleazar? Did the Lord forsake King David, who committed sin that was worthy of death? No, he didn't. And King David died as an old man. He ain't get killed on the battlefield or hemmed up by somebody and stuff, and was being put to death and stuff. He died because he was in old age, man. Which a lot of people would consider a peaceful death. It says verse 66, it says, and thy light shall hang in doubt before thee. It says, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. And that word assurance is the word aman, it's the adaman anah, which means to support, confirm, be faithful. So people faith are gonna fail, man. Where they're gonna become animalistic, cannibalistic. The Lord said, would I find faith on the earth? That's how bad it's gonna be. It's gonna be that bad and stuff that people's faith is gonna fail. Where they're gonna consider eating themselves or eating somebody else, or cooking their child and stuff because their child don't put up that much of a fight. It's easy pickings. It says, verse 67, it says, in the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High it were even? It says, in that even thou shalt say, would the Most High it were morning. So you're gonna be praying to see. You're gonna be asking the Lord what you're gonna pray. Pray means to ask. You're gonna be asking the Lord, will I be able to see in the morning? Will I be able to see at night? Will I be able to see the next minute? Will I be able to see the next second and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Because in this apocalyptic time that's coming, you know what I'm saying? And apocalyptic means revealings and stuff. It's going to be revealed that the Bible was telling the truth all this time. That it was not no regular book and stuff that you just buy from the bookstore. That it was alive. It was telling the truth. And that part of the apocalyptic time and stuff, that it was going to be cannibals. These different movies like Resident Evil and all these different shows and stuff that risen of the dead or something like that. Those ain't just some dead people and stuff who ain't alive and they just moving around. Those are cannibals. Those are people that's alive who's willing to eat human flesh. It says, for the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's gonna be so scary out here and stuff. You gonna be looking towards the Lord, man. And during that time as well, there's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be looking towards Esau, man. You know, and Esau's gonna mess them over. You know. And this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Wahara, Chakodash. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to your leg, which we hope to be. Shalom and a bar.